Okay. Hi, this is Dale. Interviewee is Susie. So, Susie, how do you feel being a mother has changed you as a person?
Well, I definitely feel a lot stronger as a person, but I also realize that being a mother is not as easy as I thought that it would be. So that was a big wake-up call for me. Like, I, definitely had to put my priorities in order, which was, I thought I had everything in order before, and now I'm like, oh.
And then this person comes along.
Right. And not at all. So I'm like, okay. There's a lot more to it.
Makes sense. Okay. What's the best piece of advice you received? And who was it from?
It was probably from
10 years?
It's the same piece of advice that I've received, on numerous different occasions from my mother, from a few of my friends, and my aunts, so pretty much other mothers. And that would be, don't doubt yourself. Stop doubting yourself as a mother, and, just do what you need to do, and you're not a bad mother. I guess it's more of like a comforting thing, but, stop thinking that you're a bad mother. It's a great
Makes sense. Makes sense. What do you feel is more important, self-worth or popularity?
Well, that is funny that you asked that, because obviously the answer would be self-worth. However, recently I've been struggling. Another thing that I found with motherhood is that sometimes, you have an identity crisis, and you start to question, your self-worth because of your popularity. So I would still stick by self-worth, but I definitely need to get my confidence up sometimes. And, so sometimes those things become blurred, but it's definitely self-worth. You have to have that confidence, you have to. So.
Where do you get your news currently? From the internet, from newspapers, or from device of some form?
Currently, it's a mixture of things, but I would say primarily from the internet, unfortunately. And sometimes it's really convenient, but it's, you have to fact check a lot.
Right.
But I'm learning that you have to fact check a lot with the, TV news stations and newspapers as well.
Right.
Because I've learned that the slant is really real. So that's a real thing.
Right. Definitely. What do you do for work currently? And what do you like about it?
Currently, I work for Starbucks Coffee Corporation.
Okay.
And what I like about it is definitely the hour flexibility. I can change my schedule if I need to. I can take off when I need to. Also, it provides full medical and dental and vision with basically part-time hours.
Which is awesome.
Yes, super awesome. Free schooling for those who qualify, which is super because pretty much everybody qualifies. And they give you paid time off, and that's really cool too.
Excellent. Yes. That's actually really good.
Yes.
If you could change one thing about humanity, what would it be?
Oh boy.
No
Oh boy. One thing. I honestly wish that we could all just be open to the differences that other people have. Again, that's been something that I've been really struggling with lately, being a bigger person. The whole fat war is very present. Body wars have been going on for years, and it's just sometimes I feel like I'm not seen as a person, and that's really frustrating, especially being a woman. And you know, it's like I'm not saying, you know, like, yay, fat, you know,
Right.
but I'm not. It's just I'm a person, you know.
Well, it's unfortunate in the U.S. There's been this mindset that if you're fat, you're unhealthy, and you have people who they take it to the other extreme, and they're like, oh, I'm fat and I'm proud, and it's like, well, there's a middle ground.
Exactly.
The problem is finding the middle ground.
Exactly.
And
So-
not a lot of people even want to look for the middle ground.
Exactly, right. And we're all different, and it's super, you know, but I wish that, I feel like at a very young age, we're conditioned to think a certain way, and this is how it is, this is how it isn't, and it's really difficult. So, I mean, even people who are good people, who are conditioned to believe, you know, like, oh, fat people are gross and bad, it's like,
Right.
you know, they're having a hard time making that switch in their mind, so it's frustrating.
The phrase "stop and smell the roses" is used a lot. What does that phrase mean to you?
Stop and appreciate the things that are present around you at the time, like the beauty in things. Again, I can apply that to motherhood, you know, and when I pick my daughter up from school, from aftercare, you know, it's been a long day, we have to go home, I have to make dinner, you know, put her to bed.
Right.
But she's trying to tell me stories, and I just kind of want to, like, sit and drive, you know, and just have quiet time. And, you know, I have to, you know, think, you know, she's not going to be this young forever, you know, you have to listen, and it's wonderful when you do, you know, so if we just take the time to look, you know, we really appreciate it, so.
Very cool. Last question. What is the biggest misconception that people have about you?
Oh, one of two things. On one hand, either people think that I'm like super duper confident in everything, and then the other hand, people think that I'm way too sensitive. So, you know, some people see one side of me more often, and, you know, so, and I'm kind of really right in the middle, you know. So, yeah, probably my confidence level.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, well, that was the last question I had. Thank you for taking the time to help me with this project.
Absolutely.